What's going on, people? Now, I think it's fair to say that this week has been fairly boring. Reason being, we are consolidating, and what you can see at the moment is some price volatility. Reason being, people are uncertain on whether or not to buy crypto or to sell crypto. And what we have seen is some resistance at the 50 EMA, and currently we have actually broken through the 50 EMA. Now, what's going to be interesting is to see if whether or not we will find some support, given that on the stochastic RSI we are overbought, and so we are going to see a downturn and a pullback at some point. Now, one could argue that we are currently in a triangle and a breakthrough is about to happen. So what that would look like is something along the lines of this, where you have your triangle and then you have your A wave, the B wave, C, D, and E, and then we're going to break through like so. Now, with that being said, this 200 EMA is something that we are going to target, but that's more long term than it is short term, because once again, I do see some pullback at some point, given that we are overbought on the stochastic RSI. Now, on top of that, smart money concept is indicating that we have a strong high at the 82-cent region and a weak low at the 50-cent region. Now, this weak low, I don't see this being broken through personally. However, anything can happen in crypto. Some news could obviously hinder the markets and cause a lot of panic. So I wouldn't, discount that scenario happening. But personally, I don't see us breaking through that 50-cent region. Once again, I don't really see us breaking through the 82-cent region anytime soon. I think that's more mid to long term than it is short term. The only thing that I'm keeping an eye on at the moment is this breakthrough to the upside and whether or not we will find that support at the 50 EMA. Now that's on the hourly chart. If I was to quickly go on the 4-hour chart, we are below the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, which is bearish. But again, I am targeting this breakthrough to the upside, and we will be targeting that 50 EMA. And it's a case of whether or not, once again, we will find some support or resistance at the 50 EMA. If we do find some resistance, then what I can see happening is a pullback happening. Now, whether that will be to this trend line and we will find some support at this trend line, then we will see another move to the upside. And then once again, we will be checking to see whether or not we'll find some support or resistance at this 50 EMA. Now, smart money concept is once again indicating that there is a strong high at the $1.17 region, and there is a weak low once again at the 50-cent region. Now, this strong high, again, this is something that I'm going to be targeting long term more than anything. And so that's something I'm going to be keeping an eye on big time. And on the daily chart, we do have some support at the 200 EMA, which is a good thing, because for as long as we are above the 200 EMA, then that means we are bullish. And as you can see by this green candlestick, the bulls at the moment do have the momentum, which is a good thing. And on the stochastic RSI, we are oversold, and so there's plenty of room to the upside. And this 50 EMA is something that we're going to be targeting, which is currently sitting at the 92-cent region. And smart money concept, once again, it is indicating that there is a weak high at the $1.32 region. And so long term, we are very bullish. And again, long term, I am targeting that $10 range, which is what I talked about in my previous video. Now, with that being said, I wanted to touch up on external factors that could play a major key role in, Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana and Cardano reaching all-time highs. And one of the things that I wanted to touch up on was Eric Trump's tweet, who tweeted that it feels like a great time to be entering Bitcoin. Now, it says a lot really when the son of a president has, a bullish sentiment when it comes to crypto. Now, his father, of course, is pro crypto, he's pro business, he's pro lowering taxes, which is a very good thing. And so, I can see this bull market being probably the biggest bull market that we have experienced, given that we have an administration that is pro crypto and pro innovation. And so, yeah, everyone's bullish really. including the son of the president. And here we have a post from Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano. He tweeted that to give you a sense of how big the upcoming bull market is for crypto, we just absorbed a downturn that was larger than the collapse of Luna, FTX, and already nearly recovered 710 billion in losses and 740,000 traders liquidated in 24 hours. 2025 is crypto's year. Now, Charles Hoskinson, he is actually liaising with the Trump administration, and he is looking at ways to um, make regulations a lot, lenient on crypto and, the crypto space, which is a good thing. And so, again, this screams bullish news. And one final thing that I wanted to touch up on was you know, uh, crypto czar David Sachs. He was talking about evaluating the Bitcoin reserves. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly play this video for you guys.
So one of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for a Bitcoin reserve, and so that is one of the things. That's one of the first things we're going to look at as part of the internal working group in the administration. So as soon as we get all that set up, we're still waiting for some cabinet secretaries who are on the working group to get confirmed. So we're still in the very early stages of this. But that's one of the first things we're gonna look at is the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. I think the concept of the sovereign wealth fund is a little separate, and you'd have to talk to Secretary Lutnick, or soon to be Secretary Lutnick, about that.
Thank you all very much.
So one of the
Now, guys, if that doesn't scream bullish news, I don't know what does. This coming bull market is going to be really, really interesting. Once again, we are going to see some crazy gains, like I talked about in my previous video. It's exciting times to be in. I think, some people are bearish given the, recent crash that took place. I think this was probably necessary more than anything. It's kind of like a relief in a way. It gives people the opportunity to be buying at lower prices because in my previous video, I did talk about ADA potentially reaching $10, and that's more than 10x at the current price that we are in. And so, yeah, things are exciting at the moment as things stand. And yeah, that's just my quick update. And so, once again, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, be responsible. Peace.